welcome back to the Summer of Steve. Look, when I set out to do this summer project, I had planned for a lot of activities that were entertaining, kind of challenging, maybe a little dangerous. But I also knew that I wanted to commit at least 1 week to honoring some very special people. It is easy to be cynical right now. With all that we see happening in the country and the world and on the news and in social media, it's just easy to feel like everything's a little negative. And yet, there are a lot of really great people out there who are doing their part to make this a better world for everyone. And my passion is for those people who are out helping children. And one of the things that our children need help with is hunger. Some estimates say that 1 in 5 children, almost 13 million children in the country, are facing hunger, meaning that they're not getting enough food or there's a great deal of uncertainty about when their next meal is coming their way. And there are a lot of organizations out there helping fight hunger. But one of my favorites is the PV Community Food Bank. They are right here in the school district of the Paradise Valley Unified School District. Their whole mission is just to support the families and neighbors in this school district, and they do a great job. I've had a pleasure of working with them over the last few years in my previous position, and I wanted to find a way to continue to support them and introduce you to these fantastic people and great organizations. So, without further ado, here is the PV Community Food Bank. Well, we are here with Kay Norris of the PV Community Food Bank. Welcome, Kay.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So we want to talk about what you're doing here, but I'm going to ask the question that maybe you get a lot. The town of Paradise Valley is a very affluent community, multi-million-dollar homes. Why is there a PV food bank?
Okay. So first of all, our mission statement, we're the Greater Paradise Valley Community Assistance Team, and our mission statement that was created 40 years ago says that we serve the individuals and families who live within the Paradise Valley Unified School District. So that's where the Paradise Valley comes from. The township wasn't created till 61, and they have nothing to do with this. They're south of Shea, and our school district is north of Shea. And we changed the doing business name as PV Community Food Bank. We have eliminated Paradise Valley.
It's good you make that change because there are a lot of people who make that confusion. Paradise Valley Unified School District is about 98 square miles, none of which are in the town of Paradise Valley. And it's a very diverse community, even though the median income is well above the state and city average, the city median. There's a lot of people in poverty. Actually, like 10% of our families with children in the public school system are in poverty. In the Paradise Valley Unified School District, half of their schools, 20 of them, have a 35% of their students qualify for free or reduced lunch rate. And in 14 of the schools, that rate is over 50%. And a handful of them, it's over 75%. So it's a very economically diverse community that a lot of people don't think about because they think of PV in Paradise Valley. So you've talked about this being, it's a 40-year-old program. Tell us a little bit more about the food bank and how you got involved.
1986. I've lived in the district for a long time. So I've served on other committees, and about 15 years ago, a board member from here came to me and said, would you be willing to serve on the food bank board? So I said yes, and at that time it was much different. We didn't serve as many people, the need wasn't as great.
You've mentioned a couple things in there. First off, volunteers. This is a completely volunteer-run organization, correct?
We are all volunteer organization. It takes 120 to 130 volunteers a week.
So how many families did you serve last year?
I wrote that down. We served 25,000 people, probably 6,500 families, different families. But it's a 65-15 is how many families with 25,000 people we covered.
And when they come in, you were telling me that the box is customized for them.
Yes.
How do you determine what kind of food they're getting?
We have a licensed nutritionist that was on the board and was the board president, but now she's just a consultant. And she approves the food that goes into the food box. She approves the food that goes into our Weekend Food for Kids program. And our goal is to have 25% protein.
Oh, that's fantastic. So they're not just getting a random smattering of things.
No. Every box is specific. And the volunteers who set up the boxes, they have a sheet that says if it's 12 people, how much food they get, so that they have plenty. If it's only one person, then they, so no, they're all custom made. And that's why we have them make appointments, because they're custom made. And then when our neighbors come in, they don't have to sit and wait. They're greeted by name, hopefully, when they walk in the door because they've had an appointment. We want them to feel comfortable and welcome.
Now, you mentioned the student program, and tell us a little bit about that.
So the Weekend Food for Kids program, we have a woman who's in charge of that, and she works with the social workers each week of the school year, and they tell us how many bags they need. A team comes in on Tuesday mornings and can fill up to 600 to 700 bags in 2.5 hours. And then we have drivers who come in and deliver them to each of the schools. The big challenge we're facing now is that the majority of the students we serve are elementary. So I'm going to work with the Greenway principal and other middle schools to see what can we do or change our program to get food to that age. And high school's even worse. They just don't want to pick up their bags. But the 7-year-old's thrilled to death to get that bag. He doesn't care if his friends see, that he has that.
There's no stigma.
Right.
Gotcha.
He is. He's happy to get it. It's great. Only when they get a little older do they begin to.
So that's one of the obstacles for students.
It's a huge.
It's the stigma of, wow.
It's huge, and it breaks our heart.
Well, this is an impressive organization. And just you've shared so much here. How do you get your food?
So 90% of our food is donated. The schools have big food drives. Paradise Valley has a school that brought in like 12,000 pounds of food. That's a lot of cans that have to be sorted and identified. We have 5 volunteers, or 6 women, who are assigned different schools in our area, and they work with those schools year after year to organize food drives for the food bank. Come August, July, August, and September, sometimes we can't avoid it because all of the food drives have stopped. And we pick up fresh produce and stuff from grocery stores, Safeway, Whole Foods, Bashas', 6 mornings a week. We have drivers who volunteer to do that 6 mornings a week.
And is that all paid, or is that all donated?
That's all donated.
Now, you also mentioned buying things because you are trying to reach certain nutritional goals, and there are certain items you would like to buy intentionally for, like the food program.
The Weekend Food for Kids program, we buy all of that food because we have to have it each week. We can't rely upon donations, and it has to be the same. Has to keep that 25% protein. That program costs about $150,000 a year.
Well, this is incredibly heartwarming. It's what I love about my community. Yeah. Our community is the fact that it's filled with these angels. You're an angel.
Yeah.
And the organization that goes out to support people who are really in need. And sometimes for things that we don't think about. Again, we sometimes take for granted that we have regular food on our table and a stable supply of nutrition. And thank you for that. Wanted to help you out as part of my activity here. I coordinated with some other great people. The Community Ed Department and PB schools, Natalie and Shannon, did a food drive with their mascot camp program. So I have 300 items of canned foods and personal care items in my car. Yes, they're great.
It is.
Thanks to all of them. It's great when kids are willing to participate and help out, and families are willing to help out. And then I also know that because you need some money, reach out to the great people at Core Construction. Todd and Beth in particular gladly jumped on board, and I have $500 from Core Construction.
That's very exciting.
Then a few other angel donors to make this an even $1,000.
Oh my gosh! So. You have no. Sound great. You have no idea for the summer. So important.
I know the summer is very timely, and this is the second time I have someone crying on my show.
I mean, I'm so grateful. It is such a. This is such a wonderful community, and we do good things for people who are just having a hard time. I don't know if we said it or not, but we serve the working poor that really are doing the best they can do. But they have kids moving back home. They have bringing in their parents. Sometimes we have families of 12 that, and rent went up over COVID, and so many circumstances they have no control over. So this is wonderful.
God bless you, and thank you, and thanks for sharing your story with us.
Thank you for coming here. Yeah, it's been great to work with you at the district, and this is wonderful.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it so much.
Well, I hope you see what a tremendous asset they are to our community. A lot of people don't even know that the PB Community Food Bank exists, but Kay and her volunteers do an incredible job of supporting our neighbors and our students. And one of the details that we kind of touched on, but I just want to emphasize, is that during the school year, they pack between 650 and 700 weekend meal kits for students to take home, which is really critical to their success as students, and so we thank them for that. There are many ways that you can support the PV Community Food Bank. One simple way is when you're out grocery shopping, you notice a sale on some items, pick up a few extras, whether that's peanut butter or pasta, two really big staples in the food bank, or anything else. Throw it in your basket and drop it off at the food bank anytime during the week, or give me a call and I will pick it up and deliver it for you. You could organize a little food drive of your own in your office or with your neighbors, and again, take a basket of items down. Every little every little item matters. Or you can make a monetary donation online. I have a link down below to the food bank with all the details for everything, but they are a qualifying organization for the Arizona tax credit. So that means that you could get a dollar for dollar return on any donation you make. So I hope you find it in your heart to find a way to support the PB Community Food Bank or any other food bank that helps fight hunger across the state or across the country. So thank you in advance for your support. So let me end with a few updates here. I did have another award of excellence to give out for some outstanding behavior. So let me introduce you to Ashley. All right, so I'm a huge fan of customer service. I believe it is a lost art. And last week, I was having a very stressful time helping my daughter with her bathroom renovation, making sure it got done on time. That involved buying a new shower valve and a whole shower kit, and I was stressing. And so I came over here to Hughes Kitchen and Bath Collection, and my life was saved by Ashley. She was so great at listening to me. She recognized my budget, started realizing that my heart rate was going up more over the budget, found a very creative, amazing solution. She represents everything that customer service should be. So congratulations, Ashley, on the Award of Excellence. You are excellent, and I appreciate you. And let's continue to talk about giving. The offer still stands for us to raise $5,000, giving somebody the opportunity to design my next tattoo. We started out going pretty quick, but it's kind of reached a plateau. We're still sitting at about $3,300 in donations with just about a month left. So if you're interested, feel free to make a donation to any cancer organization you would like, and then just send me a snapshot of that donation. And for every $25 you donated, I'll put your name into the hat. And I know some people are saying, Steve, I don't want to design your tattoo. That just seems like a lot, which is fine. You can win, and you could defer your right to the tattoo to me and let me pick it out. Or we could work something out where I design some and you input it, give some input. Just would love to end this summer knowing that we've made a dent in supporting cancer research and cancer support. And I did do one other activity this week. I was out in my garage putting away tools and cleaning up, and I heard my name being called, and yeah, it was my wood lathe. And I looked over and there were all the pen blanks that I had purchased. And so I decided to put them back on the lathe and make several new pens this week. I tried a new style and had a lot of fun with it. And you might be asking, who'd you make those for, Steve? Because yes, I tend to make things for people. And you're right, I made these pens for you. I really appreciate all the feedback that I've received so far, and people are tuning in. And so I made a handful of pens here, and you could have one of them. All you have to do is in the comment section below, just write something about pens. I want a pen. Just write the word pen, whatever. And you're going to win, possibly win a pen in one of two ways. First, by Friday, I'll look at all the comments. The one that is most entertaining, most creative, the one that makes me laugh, that any of those criteria, that person's going to get their first selection of a pen. And then everybody else, if there's more of you than pens, I'll put you in a drawing and you can have a chance to win an official Summer of Steve original pen. So I appreciate you greatly. Again, thank you for being here. Next week, we're back to shenanigans. So I'm looking forward to that, and we'll see you then, and I hope you have a great week.